All right, guys, and we're back. And we're talking about delayed gratification, but we're also talking about healthcare and retirement planning. And so those two are tangentially related, but let's just jump into healthcare and retirement planning. And guys, explaining Medicare and Medicare supplements and all of that, very, very convoluted, hard to do over the radio.
Yeah.
But let's talk about one that we see every day that if it goes poorly, can ruin someone's retirement.
Yeah.
And that's long-term care.
Yeah.
And one of the things that don't y'all agree with me that when you meet with people, if they have a family member who's experienced it, like, hey, they spent 3 or 4 years in a nursing home, it's very much in the front of their mind.
Yes.
Or never had a friend or family member do it. So, I'm just going to play Russian roulette. Everything will be fine. I got $1 million. I can self-insure. You guys see all this as much as I do.
Yeah.
Y'all help folks think about this a little bit.
So
go ahead.
Something that I see a lot of times when we're sitting down with folks, and I'm sure y'all are the same way, is they're not really clear on what their options are as far as getting some long-term care coverage. A lot of times they're hearing, I will have to spend a bunch of money on a policy that it can get very expensive. And then if I never end up needing it, I just dumped all this money into something and I don't get any benefit.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's a lot of it is people don't understand. A lot of folks don't understand there are other options and the expense does keep people at an expense of something you may never need. I mean, that's a hard bullet. That's really hard to bite that bullet.
And so that's why when we're trying to solve for that problem, if someone doesn't already have that long-term care policy plan, then we're normally looking to solve for it in other avenues. Yeah. And so you, the listener, 2 of the main ways that we could solve for your long-term care,
other than just the policy,
assuming if you aren't already having that kind of policy, you don't already have that coverage. Because if you already have a policy in place, that's great. I can't think of a time where I've recommended someone getting rid of it. We just need to now be aware that the premiums can and will increase.
Exactly.
We need to make sure we can afford it as we age.
Exactly.
But if you're still exposed to needing care, there's really 2 main ways that we can take care of it.
Without getting the policy. Without getting a long-term care policy.
Without getting a long-term care policy. Is we could either do life insurance, where let's say we put money in a life insurance policy up front, or we maybe have fixed premiums over a 10-year period, but it's level. We know exactly what we're needing to put into it, and we have a $500,000 death benefit on the policy.
Just as an example.
Yes, as an example.
Yeah.
And if you or your spouse are needing long-term care, you can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, which is bathing yourself, dressing yourself, toileting, 2 of those 6. Yeah. You can actually use that death benefit for your care. So you can accelerate that and use it, which is great.
And you can use all or some of it, and whatever's left behind goes to your beneficiaries. If it's your children or whoever else, that rest will go to the beneficiary. If you don't use it at all, it goes to your beneficiary.
So someone's benefiting. Someone
benefits. So at least like the number one thing about long-term care policy is, what if I never need it? Okay, so if you do it through certain types of insurance, now it's not all insurance policies.
Not all life insurance policies have this.
A specific type of insurance policy that you get where you can say, I'm either going to use this for long-term care in case me or my spouse needs it, or let's say neither one of us needed it, and so now the death benefit's going to go to our 2 kids or whoever our beneficiaries are, and so they get it. So now at least you've bought something that someone will get benefit from. The other thing about it is we also know that the premiums aren't going to go up, just like you said, Tyler. I mean, that we know what it's going to be, we know how it's going to act, and it's not going to keep going up every 2 or 3 years or so, like it does with a long-term care policy.
Or the other way, because you may be listening, thinking, well, this all sounds great, but I have a health condition, or I have something that's going to actually cause me to not be able to be medically qualified.
Oh, this is a really good point.
Yeah.
There are annuities out there that
certain kinds again.
Certain kinds. And I will also say this, if you've heard never, ever, 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 ever put your money in an annuity, you are not alone. We actually talk about this in the course we teach, where we take a deep dive and explain exactly how annuities work. So if you're listening to this and you're wanting to know more, because again, we can't go into the level of detail it requires right here on this radio show, we are going to be covering these long-term care options as well as exactly how annuities work in the course that we teach.
Yeah.
Yep.
We teach it here in our office on 2057 Valleydale Road. It's always on a Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. It's always on a Thursday night. Don't come on Tuesday. I mean, you can, I guess, but it'll be...
Nobody will be here.
You might be disappointed.
It'll be the other weekday that starts with a T. Hey, it starts with a T.
Yes, it does.
Tad, Tony, and Tyler, and Thursdays.
There you go.
So we teach it on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And we're covering income planning, investment planning, healthcare, legacy planning, and tax planning.
Yes.
Why did that escape me? And so if you are wanting to come and sign up, come see us, see more about the information we're talking about here, just give us a call at 205-988-0006. Again, that's 205-988-0006. You can sign up for the course, or you can just schedule a one-on-one visit so we can actually talk about your situation.
Yeah.
And so what I was referring earlier about the annuities is there are specific kinds of annuities where if we're already going to be using it for your income plan, where we can attach a rider, it's a feature we would attach to the annuity that, let's say it's paying out $50,000 for life. Again, I'm just making up numbers here for the sake of the conversation, but it's giving you and your spouse $50,000 for life as long as y'all live. And then now all of a sudden, one of y'all needs long-term care.
Yeah.
So you can't perform those 2 of the 6 activities of daily living.
And that doesn't mean you have to be in a facility.
No.
It means home health care.
Yeah.
You can take care of each other at home. It just means that you qualify for it just like you would qualify for any other long-term care.
And so in that instance, you or your spouse, you go to your doctor and they say, hey, yeah, you can't bathe yourself and dress yourself on your own. So now that $50,000 a year you've been receiving doubles for up to 5 years. And so you're getting $100,000 a year that's just direct depositing in your checking account. So you can decide what you use it on. But of course, if you're at that stage, you're going to need it on your care.
Right.
And you're likely going to need more intensive care if you're at that stage. But that right there is a way where you don't have to upfront medically qualify, because there isn't that level of underwriting for the annuity
I
with
think
the
that's
insurance.
I think that's one of the main points to ensure that we've really hammered on.
Yes.
Is if you're going to get a long-term care policy, or you're going to get a life insurance policy that you can use the death benefit for long-term care, and again, we've talked about that. A lot of people don't even know that exists, but you have to medically qualify.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got, whatever, some kind of medical condition, you can't qualify. These lifetime annuities, you don't have to medically qualify.
Yeah.
So if we're, and again, like you said, in the course, we do an explanation of how annuities actually work, because Tyler, most people don't even know. You hear stuff, you read stuff, but a lot of that's very confusing. And annuities aren't designed to do everything. Annuities are really designed to do a few things: protect our money from market crashes, give us lifetime income. But one of the things that people don't even know is, one of the things that people have heard all the time, Tyler, is that, well, if something happens to you, whatever's in there is going to disappear. There's no money left.
Yeah.
Well, there's a particular kind of annuity called an immediate annuity that is the case. But with 99% of deferred annuities, if something happens to you, the money is going to go to your kids or grandkids.
Yeah.
And while we're in deferral, it behaves like Social Security. You can put money in, and every year that we wait, that income payment can go up by as much as 9% a year.
Yeah.
And then you can get it for life. So again, I almost hesitate to get into these kind of things on the air, because we don't have time to actually fully explain how it works. Annuities have surrender penalties. There's other stuff that you need to be clear on. but many people don't even know how they work. And it is something that we cover in the class. So I really encourage you to come to the class just to learn about retirement planning. But certainly income planning, investment planning, and what we're talking about now is healthcare planning. So the way to sign up is to call or text us 205-988-0006, 988-0006. This show is all over the state of Alabama. If you're not in Birmingham and you still want the content, we've got an online version that we can get you access to.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to call or text us 205-988-0006. But if you're in Birmingham or you're within driving distance, I think coming to the physical course is significantly better because you can ask questions. You'll hear the answers to the questions that other people ask. And it's always a little different. But a lot of people, Tyler, don't even know that there's a way to get long-term care coverage without having to medically qualify.
Yeah. No, and that's normally what I hear when I'm sitting down with people is, I don't know. I've just heard that it's super expensive and they're not really understanding their options. And then once they have come to the course, because that's always something that we're recommending, even if you come sit down with us for a one-on-one visit, we're still going to recommend you come to the course because it's just going to educate you on so much. And it actually gives you more freedom and you feel in control of your decisions because you know the benefits and the limitations.
I think knowledge is critical in any walk of life.
Oh, absolutely.
But particularly when we're talking about retirement planning. And one of the things that we really strive to do in the course
is
give you knowledge that you did not have when you walked in. Yeah. And so we're going to have to wrap this segment up, but I strongly encourage you to come to the course, come sit down, come see us, give us a call, 205-988-0006, 988-0006. Actually, you were about to say something. We do have a few seconds left.
Well, something I was also going to say, you, our listener, you're listening because you're a planner. So if you're in a couple, you may be the one that actually takes care of all this. You may be the one that thinks through all of this, does the finances. And that just makes sense because you're in a partnership. Y'all don't do the same job. You divide and conquer. And so a lot of times you're thinking, oh, well, I don't need him or her to come with me because I'm the one that takes care of it all. And really, I can't even get them to pay attention to this. That's normally what we see. I mean, right?
Yes.
So what we always encourage, and so I'll make a suggestion for you, is to get your spouse involved if you're coming to the course, because educating them is actually the easiest way for them to start having an opinion, because I promise once they actually understand their options, they're going to have an opinion, because it's not amazing. About the understanding the complexities of it. It's, hey, what's the end goal? And then this is the best tool for the job.
So the point is, both people should come to the course. Both people should come to a visit. We can help you, but you've got to take action. And the way to take action is to call or text us 205-988-0006.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Freedom Financial Group. Freedom Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management LLC, AEWM, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Freedom Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Freedom Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Freedom Financial Group.